Hey Alexa, open the blinds.
Okay.
Skip the first flight of the 1100 Prime to play the 1600 Mystery Bounty. It's always good to get more money down, and when you can. And I wasn't disappointed in what I saw. I only had one miserable prick to deal with all day, which is just amazing. But geez, did I meet some smart people today. Uh, jeez, yeah, I met one guy who's a CFO who was pretty introverted, sort of like classic nerd finance guy. Really nice fella. He is new to poker, funnily enough, but he used to crush blackjack back in the day. And he never used to bet too big, but it was enough to sustain his party lifestyle. So I'm assuming that was a lot of, you know, and table service, bottle service, whatever it is, and all the comps. He lived the good life for a while. A good life for a while. But then, he had a family and whatnot and settled down. But I gave him some good advice to train every day and stop playing online because, you really can't trust what you can't see. I also met a guy who runs a hedge fund, talked his ear off, got so much advice from him, numerous books I'm going to read, like series of books. He also had a blackjack habit. He crushed it, but he recognized after a time that despite being a big winner, like he was wagering huge, like six figures. He was self-aware enough to realize that he actually had a gambling problem, and he just decided one day to just start betting for a tenth of the amount, and now he just doesn't touch it. His brain can't keep up um, with the two decks anymore. He realized that the wins never felt as good as the losses were bad. So he said, he'd win like 100K, but if he lost 30K, he would legitimately want to just break things and he just lost control. So it just goes to show no matter how sharp you are, we are humans. And gambling is a sickness. It is undisputable. I actually had to draw some boundaries today. I was talking so much and just being so human that a nice man who was like a family man actually asked me to stop because like I was just pulling out all the tricks, like pretending to muck, like numerous times in the middle of the hand to get reads, and he was like, "Why are you angling me?" And I was like, "You're a robot." And he's like, "I'm not even a professional, like I'm just taking my time." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay." And then he actually humanized himself and said, "I've got kids," and I was like, "Oh Christ." So he's just like super sleep deprived. And so I actually said, "Look, man, given that you've opened up to me, I promise I won't fuck with you at all." So that was cool. But long story short, played all day and half the night and busted just outside the cash. So got nothing out of that one. Uh, didn't sleep. I mean, I slept for quite a few hours last night, but I must have just woken up every couple of hours. It was very broken sleep, so I didn't want to overcook it and play the turbo, even though it would have been juicy. I didn't even like twig to the fact that the 1100 Prime Day 1A was even running today, but I'll jump in tomorrow. I'll give it my best crack tomorrow. 5 million guaranteed. It's just outrageous that they've moved it over to the ballroom. So I get to go in there tomorrow for the first time, and fingers crossed that goes well. Obviously, despite being 1100, like it's not when there's 4 or 5 day ones, you could easily be in for 5, 6, 7, 8 bullets. Who knows? So hopefully we can avoid that, and yeah, good luck us. Just a quick shout out to my new friends. Just trying to remember all these names. Travis. Matthew. Eddie. Jeremy. And Donald. Getting better with these names, I tell you. Just goes to show good habits, good for the mind.